Schreiber presents J.P. Morgan, Captain of Industry.
First, let's talk about the life of J.P. Morgan. His full name was John Pierpont Morgan. He was born on April 17, 1837. His father was a wealthy banker. He was born in Hartford, Connecticut. Let's review a fun fact. J.P. Morgan had a ticket on the Titanic, but he was sick and did not take the voyage. Who knows how his legacy would have changed if he had died on the voyage. He died in Rome, Italy on March 31st, 1913. He was 75 years old. Second, let's talk about his business accomplishments. One of his famous quotes was, "If you have to ask how much it costs, you can't afford it." J.P. Morgan was a powerful banker. He reorganized and funded railroads. He also helped form U.S. Steel. He even funded large corporations like General Electric. Finally, during the banking crisis, he resupplied $62 million in gold. Next, let's talk about philanthropy. J.P. Morgan had another famous quote, "When a man abuses his power, he loses it." J.P. Morgan collected lots of art, but he also donated lots of art. The Metropolitan Museum of Art still has many pieces he donated. In addition to donations, he also served on boards. He often donated money to museums anonymously. He also donated money to fund all sorts of businesses. Finally, let's talk about his legacy. A final famous quote is, "A man always has two reasons for doing anything, a good reason and the real reason." There are three main aspects of his legacy. First, the company that still bears his name. Second, his art collection. And finally, his reputation for greed and power. J.P. Morgan's name lives on through a massive international banking company that still bears his name. The company he started still exists today, but with a slightly different name. It was founded December 1st, 2000 in New York, New York. J.P. Morgan Chase & Company is an American multinational investment bank and financial services holding company. The revenue from J.P. Morgan Chase & Company is about $109.03 billion today. J.P. Morgan loved art. After his wealthy father died, he began collecting more art than ever. He liked so many things. He purchased statues, books, paintings, and so much more. He spent over $60 million on art, more than $1 billion today. A lot of his art can be found in museums throughout the U.S. J.P. Morgan built an ornate library. It opened to the public in 1920. It housed an extensive art collection. Let's talk about his short-term legacy. A lot of people hated J.P. Morgan during his life and thought he was greedy, overweight, red-faced bully. They were jealous of his wealth. Although he bailed out the U.S. Treasury twice, his ability to do that scared some people. This led to the creation of the Federal Reserve System in late 1913. He was investigated for merging several small companies into one large one. This was the life and legacy of the Captain of Industry, J.P. Morgan.
Thank you for watching. See you next week.